Just a little bit ago, Charlie Kirk was shot in the neck at an event he was hosting on a college campus in Utah. And I want to start off by saying that what happened to Charlie today is horrific. No one should ever face that kind of violence. Not at school, not at church, not at a political event. Full stop. But I also think it's important for us to talk about the fact that Charlie himself has called violence a necessary cost of our Second Amendment freedoms. Those are his words, not mine.
Having an armed citizenry comes with a price, and that is part of liberty. But I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some every single year, so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. That is a prudent deal. It is rational.
And here's the ugly truth. Charlie has always assumed that that cost would be paid by someone else. A classroom in Uvalde, a grocery store in Buffalo, a concert in Las Vegas, a movie theater in Aurora. To conservative pundits like Charlie and to their audiences, violence is always seen as something that happens to someone else out there. That is why they have been able to so casually dismiss as the price of freedom. But violence does not discriminate. It doesn't ask you who you voted for in November. It doesn't care what side of the aisle you're on or what your ideology is or what state you live in. It doesn't care what your socioeconomic status is or the color of your skin. At the end of the day, none of us are safe from being victims of violence. Not here in America, because we have refused time and time and time again to actually address the root of the problem, which is the If it wasn't the Charlie would not have been shot today. He was in a state that I am certain he saw as very safe, on a campus he saw as very safe, surrounded by people he saw as very safe, and guarded by people he saw as very safe and also knew were armed. And he still got shot. Because at the end of the day, the problem is the rampant availability of in our country. What happened to Charlie today is horrific. And it proves that we cannot afford more empty words. We need action, and we need it now.